Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on Twitter or X or I will keep my freaking bird there. I will not change to an X. Everybody knows what Twitter is. And for extra support, you got all these sites here. So let's get started. There are the 7900 Golden Rabbit Edition. By the fact, I heard some people that didn't understand why it is called GRE. It's Golden Rabbit Edition. It's how it's called, and it's basically called like this because they made a special version, which is like the hybrid die. So the Navi 31 XL, which supposedly should be more Navi 32 XL, not 31. It makes more sense like that because it's a Navi 32 die with a 31 chip. But yeah, it's called this because it was launched mainly in China for the DIY market. It's like a special edition, and this year is the rabbit year in the Chinese horoscope. I think it's called horoscope. Sorry, and that's why it's called GRE. Supposedly, the GPU is available per se for 100 euros in Germany, but because outside of China it's only available in system integrators, as we call it. That's why it seems to cost that much, but it comes with a full PC. The only ones that it's not that big of a deal, mainly because there is like this bundle of the one that differ with 1000 euros. It's not a big deal here because it comes with a Ryzen 5600 non-X version, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 high speed. I don't know what they want to tell with high speed here. Comes one terabyte M.2, and then this motherboard is not a big deal here. So basically this is AM4 platform. That's why they try to bundle all over the place. They're trying to dispatch the AM4 platform components that they have in stock, and they just slapped the new GPU here. Supposedly it's not a bad deal if you're building something out of nothing, I suppose, unless this is the only thing that you get. A monitor will be good. Put a little bit, like, I don't know, 100 dirham, sorry, that's my local currency, 100 euros, and then for a cheap monitor, I don't know. That's why buying complete PCs is can be sometimes some weird business here, because you basically, in this case, you're not getting a full PC, but that's another conversation. This one seems a little bit more interesting. So basically, for more 100 euros, you get a more decent one, like AM5 platform kind of stuff. But the fact that it doesn't have any kind of memory, it's a shame. The memory, the DDR5 memory is pretty cheap. Not more cheaper than the DDR4, of course, but the 7900 X, it's a pretty decent CPU, way better than even the 5700 and 5800. I think it's almost like on par with the 5800X 3D, basically, in terms of kind of gaming performance. Goes around about the kind of the same. This motherboard is not that bad, and of course the GPU here, which gives basically comes around basically around 650, which is basically the price that the card is supposedly goes on the DIY market. But as you can see here, the price is valued on the CPU around $200 plus this, the motherboard $200, the CPU $230, give or take, and then what makes around $650. It's roundabout numbers for the GPU. It's not a good deal. This GPU should be, if you can buy it, I don't know, maximum 600. The 7900 XT should be around 700 maximum. realistically around 650, this one 550, and then the other ones at least brackets of between $75 to $100 below, because the XTX should be around at a good price with the market conditions, $800. I think it's not a bad price. For $750 it's now more enticing, but yeah, as you can see, there is some system integrators, especially in Europe, that are basically including this GRE edition GPU. Some kind of good news also. This is too much for me. 400, the RTX 4080. Now supposedly it's below MSRP for the price of $1,000 here. It's from B&H. It's American retailer. I think usually it's more focused on photograph stuff. I think not very familiarized with this retailer, but I heard of it. This version of the Zotac one, it's one of the better ones. So supposedly you're not getting you're getting more than $200 discount, with supposedly this kind of AIB GPU is $1,300 sometimes to $1,400, which is too much. But yeah, this GPU should be around also the same price of the XTX, the 79 XTX, which will be around $800 to $750 maximum, around that kind of price here. But yeah, supposedly it's a good discount, 17% off basically. But yeah, if you're waiting to buy one of these at this moment in time, this is one of the better deals. It's a massive GPU. There is no need to be this massive, but yeah, it is what it is. But in terms of hardware, this is what I got. Sorry, just switch here. But yeah, gaming news, not much happening. We are waiting for like Gamescom and everything, that it's coming by the end of this month. Then we got the Armored Core stuff, Starfield, all that jazz in the beginning of September. So we got a lull of like 1 or 2 weeks maybe. Some stuff might come up in terms of like news and like marketing ramp up, but at this moment we got a good kind of week in review on RPGs from Factor Life. I always check them out regarding this. We got Path of Life, the Phantom Blade Zero that I covered during this week with the demo coming up next year supposedly. Baldur's Gate 3, awesome launch. Very good to see that an independent studio, because they are self-published and they are not part of the big guys per se. It's very good to see that you have basically a full feature game releasing. Of course, they were doing some tweaks here and there and patching up some stuff that might come up, but regardless, this is one of the biggest launches that I've been seeing in a long time. And the fact that the fact that this game is massive, just not like in gaming hours, but the feature that it comes to, the fact that it comes very faithful to like a D&D kind of rules in terms of playing. I've been watching Factor Life guides here and there to get myself acquainted with the systems, the class systems, the race systems, the everything in between, and how the dice works and how the attributes and everything works out, trying to get a better sense of what D&D rules are. But yeah, I really recommend you follow them up. They have excellent guides. They are very comprehensive, and they are very feature complete in everything that they do. We got also the Remnant 2 thing, supposedly sold 1 million units. I don't know. The thing that the fact that they basically you have to turn on DLSS or FSR to play the game, to playable and constant FPS, just threw me out on this bandwagon. Even though the game seems to be pretty good, regardless of this issue here. Got supposedly Final Fantasy. I think it's coming to the Xbox or something. Not for me, it's console stuff. And I also covered the Wulong Fallen Dynasty roadmap they are aiming for the rest of the year, and of course Gamescom 2023. So the Xbox plans and everything. We should have more info very soon, because it's ramping up for Gamescom. And talking about Baldur's Gate 3, I will recommend this one, beginner's guide. The article is very comprehensive here. Again, they have a video regarding if you want to, if you cannot read or don't have time to read, at least to listen to. And of course they have huge amounts of stuff here. They already have like class guides, race guides, what's the best mix for the intended gameplay that you want to do. That they have everything here. Just check them out. I will leave links on the description. And I'm going to do a little bit of the upcoming games that you might want to wishlist. Silent Hill 2, it's coming soon. There is still no date, but I think it's if it's not coming by the end of this year, even though it's very busy in terms of schedule launches, probably next year. But it's one of those that it's promising to be pretty good, this remake of Silent Hill 2. So you might want to wishlist to keep an eye on it. But any kind of news that come out of this game, I will sure to let you know. Also, we got Alone in the Dark, another kind of horror game, another very old franchise of horror games, basically the one that started it all. This is the prologue one, which already came out. It's free to play, and I think it can, I'm not sure, but I think it you can afterwards unlock some stuff for the main game, from what I understood, after you buy the game. But yeah, you got a prologue here. It's okay, so you get a sense of what's to come to a certain degree. But yeah, it is what it is. But here we have the main game, the remake, Alone in the Dark. The setting is kind of different of what we usually see, but it's coming 25th of October, so around 2-3 months here, and I think it could be interesting, but at least for wish listing, so you keep an eye and keep a track on the game. Also, we got Stalker 2. Supposedly we will have, supposedly it's going to be playable on Gamescom, on the Xbox booth, and probably we'll get a more detailed launch date and confirmation if it is by the end of this year or not. It's one of those games that had a lot of following, the Stalker franchise, and it's very very interesting, the franchise itself and the story they try to tell here. Also, we got Cocoon. Got a lot of buzz here, this puzzle game. It's like the worlds between worlds jumping, and how you deal with bosses and puzzle stuff here, carrying orbs, which basically orbs are the worlds that you jump in and out, as you can see here on the trailer. Very interesting mechanic. As you can see, jumping worlds and within worlds is going to be a little bit tricky, but it's going to launch in about 7 weeks, so 29th of September. We'll see how it goes. Seems pretty good, from the same I don't want to screw this up, lead gameplay designer from Limbo and Inside. It's completely different mechanics, but still, given that Limbo Inside was basically just going about your day, just scrolling right or left and jumping and simple actions, this one seems to be more intricate on how you go about it. And lastly, we got some gaming deals. The QuakeCon sale still is up until the 16th. We got a lot of games. If you want to wishlist Starfield, I hope this game is good. But you got the Wolfenstein series on discount, the Prey one, very good game, Doom franchise, the reboot part. Even if you like Fallout, you got Fallout 4 also very cheap. This is the GOTY edition, I think. Not sure. There is a GOTY edition. Let's check. And you got also Oblivion. I think it's going to, there is some rumors that it's going to be a remake. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, basically this is it from Bethesda, what they have here. Got the Dishonored one also. Why is not wish listed in my... I always have these things wish listed. I don't know. something happened, and the Rage one, but yeah, I'll leave the page of the QuakeCon sale just in case you want to check out anything that you might fancy here. The Fallout 4, yeah, the Game of the Year edition is $10. It's not a bad one, but it's not bad if you pull up the mods, or else the main story is a little bit bland, but the gameplay loop is not it's not bad at all. It's an improvement to a certain degree from Fallout 3. But yeah, so we got Dishonored here. I don't know, it's like $1. Yeah, this is a very good game. The first and the second one also, it's pretty good. $6. Yeah, but $6 for the Dishonored, and you have also some DLC here, but the second one is also pretty good. And finally, we got Dead Space Remake. It's still on discount until the 10th of August, so around 3 more days. Good improvement overall on the game of the original one. The zero-G gravity stuff is improved. The combat is more fluid and improved also. What else? The story is more comprehensive because everybody knows that already played the Dead Space or saw the comic books that they had, and some movies that they make also, and of course the game sequels. The story has more stuff, more lore stuff filled also, that gives a better sense if nobody played the game, that what it is and how things happen and whatnot. But yeah, and finally on GOG we got Disco Elysium, the final cut. This is a pretty good if you're round about the CRPG kind of games. This is one of those that you must buy. I never played this game, but it seems very interesting, very hot, and how they're going about it. There is a lot of videos covering this game, especially of how they go the psychology stuff and the philosophy stuff. It's very interesting, this game, from what I saw. But yeah, I leave it here for you to try out if you think it's worthwhile trying, and it's a pretty good, decent discount here, $10, so I think it's good. And I'm going to wrap up for today with my Go Get Funding for me to operate my PC. You know the thing here, and basically that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.